So Kanye West is back on Twitter and he's a bit belligerent.
Hey, yo, what the?
And this is nothing new. Kanye West is someone who, for the past couple of years, has said remarkably shocking things and things that have gotten him into trouble. And it seems like even when he does get into trouble, he just doubles down, triples down, quadruples down because no one can tell him what he can or cannot do. But honestly, I really don't know what's wrong with Kanye because he's not the same that he's always been. And it's honestly a lot deeper than even him having these outbursts and backlashes that occur publicly, because I honestly don't know who bro even is. And that's to say that over the past couple of years, he's been very different. He's been very outspoken about certain things when it comes to politics. He's a big fan of Donald Trump because he has dragon energy. He's also someone who's part of the alt-right, where he has weird opinions about how the reason why he's such an ultra-Republican is because it's going to help his people and heal the culture. But he never really has any deep-seated ideological reasons. It's just because of X, Y, and Z. And honestly, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but when Kanye West last year decided to come out against the state of Israel for the actions that they were doing, my guess was he wasn't happy with the current genocide happening in Gaza. But apparently for Ye, it was all about the fashion and how they stole his fashion, and Louis Vuitton are terrible people for his fashion. And let's not forget about the fact that the Twix bar is twice as big, making everybody fatter.
They motherfucking made the Twix double the size trying to make us fat.
Now, all these things are ridiculous, but I think really rudimentarily, I think Kanye West doesn't even know who he is. And the reason why I say that is because the biggest backlash he's received from his new fans, who basically swept under the rug all his different crazy statements, is that he basically turned his back on Christ. If you're not aware, he made an album called Jesus is King. He was going to convert to new Christianity. He was going to have Sunday service every Sunday. He was a very religious person. And he even went as far as to create an album, Jesus is King, and the album after that called Donda, where he didn't have any curse words and any curse words are actually bleeped out. And I thought that was actually pretty interesting. And I felt like when he made Donda, which was a masterpiece, by the way, that he was actually kind of embracing this, and that not only did he have to make a religious album, but any music after that would kind of have that religious inflection and that type of infusion. Now, this all changed when he dropped his newest album with Ty Dolla $ign, where I actually was a little bit shocked to hear Kanye West not only cursing on the album, but saying some pretty harsh things. And it was kind of disheartening because it seemed like Kanye had given up on the whole religious front. It seemed like he didn't get enough Christian people that were licking his boots and kissing his souls, which in reality, you don't need that if you want to be religious. Even if you're halfway house type of a hypocrite, you could still continue doing what you're doing. But I think what was even more shocking to the new fans that swallowed his old BS is that Kanye West was going to make an adult website, and that he was basically now going to go into that venture. And all his fans basically said, this is not Christian Kanye, this is not cool, we're part of the new alt-right alpha male saga, and Kanye, the new Kanye that we know not right now, would not do this, would not like this. And Kanye backed off just because he got a lot of public backlash and outcry, but you could tell that he was actually interested in it, and you could tell that by the way that he parades his wife around half naked or completely naked, he got a weird kink going on. Bro's definitely got some weird freaky deaky stuff. Something was going on at the Diddy parties that did involve Kanye. I don't know what it is for sure, but something happened between him and Puff. Now, the thing is, I don't know what triggered all this for Kanye. He obviously is someone who has mental health issues, and he's someone who's very outspoken, and someone who honestly really has an identity crisis every year or so, because he's either ultra religious, ultra blasphemous, ultra shocking, ultra weird, ultra conservative, ultra this, ultra that. It's never in between. It's never Luke mild. It seems like he's never happy. And even recently, he's got the telltale signs of mental illness, where he's now hating people he used to love, where he said, I hate Virgil because he stole my place in the culture. I feel like Kanye used to be over the top and used to be ridiculous and used to tell Sway, you ain't got the answers.
Or why don't you empower yourself and don't need them and do it yourself?
How, Sway?
Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
On some real egotistical thing, but in reality, he was actually humble. He wasn't that crazy. But now it seems like he's really buying his own BS. He's really sucking it dry. And he's at the point in time now where he's actually at complete self-isolation and self-destruction, because the only person Kanye trusts is himself. and the only person he thinks is a genius is himself, and the only person he'll ever listen to is himself, so all he has to go off is himself, but himself has multiple personalities with multiple opinions, and depending on the time of day, he's either Christian, Jewish, Muslim, or gay. So I really don't know what's going on with Kanye, and I really think that he needs mental health, he needs a lot of help, and honestly, if he keeps it up, I think that he will more than likely go the Wendy Williams route, where he's basically locked up and not seen